Try something out real quick. Do. Yo! Okay, that's live. That's live. That's live. That's live. That's live. That's live. Okay, that's live. Alright. Get my mic adjusted. So I remember playing the first 2 episodes. That's about it. Other than that, it was pretty nice. Gasp. Gasp. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've gotta go find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Why ain't shit with big kahunas? Oh, hiya, Chief. Ooh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I had to say, Pheonix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on their trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything. It's all over. Is that your client streaming over there? Yeah, it's death, despair. Oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Oh my lord. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give it a death sentence. I'm afraid to die. What? That's wrong, Larry. Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finish. Finito. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspaper says it was you. My name is Pheonix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. Nice name. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, is to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. Wasn't it just August 2nd? What the fuck? Court now in session for the trial of Mr. Mary Butts. If you know what that press is from, you watch a lot of machinima. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Handshaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Defendant. Well, that's $30, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. I read the case report cover this many times. No way, I forgot. I'm trying a total blank here. Pheonix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim? Oh, of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it out anytime, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you. No, because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Ms. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what the object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. You see, the court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court evidence. Statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. This evidence isn't the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help you or decline the case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Lawyer gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Botts, is it not true that the victim has recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were getting together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? It wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. Wasn't to you anyway. Ahem. Mr. Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas as one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day after before she died. Passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but she did not have large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. sugar daddies? Yo, what does Catcon know about sugar daddies, bro? Daddy, sugar. Oh. Oh my gosh. Yes, older men who give her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! You can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you wanted him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant in this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking so good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. What kind of answer is that? Oh, he went. What do I do? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts, to chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its the witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Just please bring Mr. Frank Shotwit to the stand. And basically, Frank saw it. Just saw it. You sell newspaper descriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Saw it. Mr. Saw it. You may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I was going to the door, selling new subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door open, half open behind him. I think it was strange. I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quite frightened and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to the nearby park to find a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Accidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Are phones supposed to work during the blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Saw used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do here? Lie. You exposed the lies in the testimony the witness you just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be contradiction there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R1 button, then point out the contradictions to the testimony. I was going through the door, some descriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. But yeah, I looked inside the apartment. I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I could have been frightened to find myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't working. You said you didn't go into the apartment. Did you, or did you? Oh, that? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached the side and tried using it for that call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to the nearby park and found a public phone. I don't know the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Lies, nigga. Lies. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure? Yes. It was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death as someone after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness really forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawyer, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? That's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him in the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies will always beget more lies. So through one, and see through one, and the whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give the testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about that misunderstanding. Dog, I caught you red-handed, boy. The cake has been baked. The turkey is in the oven. The yogurt's in the parfait, bud. You've been caught. So right, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Okay. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. Probably coming from the television. You give me evidence, nigga. Objection! Heard it all right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense is a point. Do you have any explanation for this, Mr. Sawyer? No, I found it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawyer? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Salt. Let's see your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear at the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? That's what we explain it. The friends may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Now, find a contradiction. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table and a clock in the apartment, wasn't there? The murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon. Yes, the table clock. It was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Would you doze off and go to the testimony or something? Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Salt. Hey, I saw it there. Okay, there's a clock. Your Honor, after me. Yes, Mr. Payne? That's the witness stated. This statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. It doesn't look like a clock. I seen it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Did you have any problems with this testimony now? Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove it I went there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Salt, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice is burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What? What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. The clock. I saw it. Boy. Sam, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should have burned. Burn! I give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is running on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound you saw at her was definitely the clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, you may have the clock. I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That's really a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, you've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock was exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely due to discrepancy between what Mr. Sod heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sod, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one day. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running out, it's only 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I supposed to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict this witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sod. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all the slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Laurie. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mrs. Sword! Mia, Chief, listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you said the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim without a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that you proves the clock was running slow. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. and the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim had to reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawyer? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Order, I say. Well, this case would certainly turn out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested when he was been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. Snack, crackle, pop, bitch. It turns out that Mr. Frank saw what was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, I went to the apartment. The victim wasn't home. As he left, Chris left himself to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saul grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Ooh, I still can't believe he won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I'll all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief look this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, what? I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent man. Yeah, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't this make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take her traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. How about I ask you to be my lawyer? Really, I am. Thanks. I hope that made him feel a little better. Right? But I hope you see the importance of the evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. You never really know if your clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Alright, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast and instant butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. But yeah, part of it, at least. You'll have to tell me more about this sometime. Maybe over drinks? I'm dropping dick off. I'm dropping dick off. It's my first trial to get to a close. They slap me on the back and say, gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us unless you cut the clock and get married. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. My promise to tell the chief about me and Larry was one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Bling bling boy. No so has been added. Yes, I want to see my progress. See right here. Bring, 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 bring. Hello, this is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia? What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I haven't been so busy. How you been? Well, lonely, and that's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I'm doing great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue, the stinker. It tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. No. You know why I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. Let's take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in the pre-trial reading until then. Okay, sis. But I expect dinner, something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting. Maya. Mission record. December 5th, 9:77 a.m. It's a whole month. December 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fang Corporation Law Offices. No, Miss Faye. I'll take what's mine. The papers. Sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business. You see, I should have been more careful. Oh. Miss Faye, I'm so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your internal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Red, white, blue. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess that you left without me. She said she was coming over, so we'll go out for dinner. What's that smell? What? Mia! She's in her office. I smell blood. Sis, someone's there. Chief? Who are you? Should jumped out cold. I left her lying on the sofa, like to see where she would land under the window. It was still warm. I could feel it now under against her shoulder. Then all too quickly, it began to fade. So finally she was cold. Chief. The impression was that we could have blood. Alright, that has become a murder weapon. Again. So shards of glass were shattered on the floor. They seemed to be the remains of the glass lay in the sand. Chief's chair. It was all functional for the sun. It seemed pretty good to see me. Probably tried instantly. My answer must have been more There are some glass shards on your guardian's body. These are the glass shards that remain broken. I'll be right back, Cowboys. I gotta do something. Ugh. I'm back. Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He's all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. What about your family? I have my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is. Don't know. So she could still be alive. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an accident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined. And at that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself. Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her. All by herself up in that mountain. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was a man, it was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. Police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? Police convinced my mother to try to connect at the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughing stock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. It's a little longer now, before the state appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? I just leave her and go home? I made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... Anyone says a person without any friends. I know, I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Fight. Thank you. Smelled at last. Looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are Justin, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. What is inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me? You are... I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy at the establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, that's my chance to move around a little bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Good. You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That wasn't the name. Must have told me. White was the name of the guy who knew Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out the half-open drawer. Give a chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wire tab. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake, I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy. Still there? Uh-oh. Time to scram. I look forward to the tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Number 7, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I've been slow in silence witness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence you committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Judge Edgeworth. Let's begin with it. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. Rushing calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in the charge of the homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the windows here. The cause of the death? Loss of blood due to being struck by blunt objects, sir. Right around was a statue with a thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts that statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had our evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Pheonix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had eyewitness accounting describing her. We saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. Yes? Well, my sister couldn't find any contradictions in witness testimony. She would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. Witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would just know some of the tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Pheonix Wright. Then they arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why's that? What's your reason? Well, we had a witness strap him here. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Hold on, just 1 second. Yeah? If you heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious. She sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found in the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about the vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm really embarrassed I forgot about Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. As a security suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to her body. The word Maya was written clearly in blood. I have to show what was the victim's. Also, there was found in the victim's finger. After she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it? Mrs. Whitey Pants. Who? The killer. I can see that. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those were the evidence opened their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written in the memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab tests showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was a blood found in the victim's finger. She died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe. Did you get a lot of cases where the victim likes to spread the killer with blood? And? Sure, it happens all the time in books and movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases. No. Don't you find it a little odd the victim would write down a name? Was she the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Fuck. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of their killer. Order. Order. That's right. What he said. Testimony. Okay. It has to be constitution in there somewhere. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You said the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note that you say she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks. Right, now is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from the department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from blunt trauma object. She died immediately. But no but in your way out of this one, detective. Order, order. Defense is a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have been time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain the autopsy report? When? Here's the date after the murder. Excuse me, point being, the autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to the blow from an object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. This is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you had something up to your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you want to do to get a verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. So that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. Witness will refrain from wanton winking. Yes, Your Honor. This sounds good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in my hotel room. And right after lunch. This hotel is right across from the Bay and Coke offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman. The one attacking her was the mousy of a girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. That girl, she caught up to her and hit her. And the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. And that's all I say. Every little bitsy-witsy wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. There's remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about your cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were missing me at the phase of the study, were you not? You must know our techniques well. Their cali way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Let's proceed with the cross-examination. Well, because I have a feeling Mr. Edgeworth wasn't the one that wanted me to. She has to have some weakness. Well, you may begin your cross-examination. It was like 9 o'clock at night. You looked out the window, you know? And then, so I'm no longer being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in front of his chair. And when, like, dodged to one side and ran away. She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack. Please continue your testimony. But that girl, she caught up to her and hit her. I think it sounds like this contradiction. There's got something in here somewhere. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know her, okay? There was only one person that seemed to crime with a short, girlish figure. Bulletproof, Your Honor. That's right. Hold on a minute. The testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Miss Wright, what's the meaning of this? What is the meaning? Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far more normal to me. Far from normal with me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you have to say about that, Miss May? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all those trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm a good... Oh my gosh. Again, if you would. Damn, almost had her. I did see everything. I did. Looking at the victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hype clothes ran after her. I see her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statue you block. Thinker, I think. Well, this is actually the important. Now start with you. It stinks. Because if you notice from the very beginning, they were like, they're still calling it a clock, right? Not to call it a statue. But how does she know it's a clock? Your boy's smart out here. Clock. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you like that one? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in my same position as you recently called this a clock, too. He was found guilty of murder. Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I caught murders with these questions before, but only once. Just sustained. We continue to question the witness. That was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. What happens now is you answer my question. Do you know what this... Did you know it was a clock? What? That's... Because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the office of Van Co. No, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard from the hotel room. The office of Van Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. So you could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Your Honor, members of the court, it was inconceivable that the clock in question rang. The clock is missing its clockwork. Let's go! I'm smart! How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is a defendant says. This clock is missing a clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It says, as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat. Well, Miss May. Tisk tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there was no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been empty after she heard it. That is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright? Can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clock was removed is the phone, baby! Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. You have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. Defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought up into my attention. Perhaps Detective Domshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for an evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time it was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? Was it the clock before? The story was that again. Oh, I got to so many. Oops, I forgot. The witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? The witness claims she has seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to the court. Well then, let's see it. Let's produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here in place cousin. Possible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Did I, lose it? Yes, I did. Scared me. Miss Mary, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have any opinion on this behavior? This is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how to see the truth of the matter. Mr. May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... This is a familiar territory. Let's just use the same course as the player. May held that very clock in her hands. She used it to strike the victim. What else? Order. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. And when you struck, the force of the impact made that thing go ring. That's when you heard it. Tisk tisk. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Pheonix Wright. What's this supposed to mean? It was you who just proved the thinker was empty. Oh, of course it wouldn't ring. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? At the exact time, I ordered the room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness' story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Mr. Wright, you just made a serious accusation against this perfectly innocent woman. Sorry, Your Honor. That didn't go so well. But if that's the case, then how did she know the thinker was a clock? Wait. Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way Miss Whipple could have known it was a clock. One way alone. Anyway, I have proof. Well, proof, you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Mr. May, you were taking the victim, Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It tells me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. Outrageous. Does that truly claim the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say the weapon was a clock on the phone? Wait a minute. Wait. You haven't called in a while. Your exit it's a clock. I made it look like... Yeah, she did, boy! You can prove that. I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that victim said on the phone that the weapon was clocked is... On the phone, boy! Ring, 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 boy! Hit my line, baby! Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to me for me. Again, what's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used the wiretap to listen to the conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? Defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. How to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edward wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. How do they call that irrelevant? Well, this court does not condone this defense's tone of voice. He has a point. Well, Miss May, you have an explanation for the court? Time of the murder? I was in the hotel room, getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Well, does that defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. Something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. You're something look at well enough already. I should decline the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, I agree to one condition. I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If this April May alibi is not called into question after we examine the bellboy, you will recognize that Miss April May is not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty from Miss May and Faye. That's my condition. What? If there are find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony, my mind will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Alright, I got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell into my trap. What? Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Are you ready for the witness to testify? He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of the work, sir. I'm happy to be out of service. My team looks rather heavy, so without further ado, let's begin this testimony. Very good, sir. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel and the business of 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our request from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her precisely the requested tires. I delivered the iced coffee to her guest, Miss May herself. I see. Let's may begin the cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, mine will be finished. Are you sure it wasn't Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May personally, sir. I see her and all of a sudden there it is, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and point being, I remember her quite well, sir. But then, for iced coffee you brought to her, and on the dot, you said. Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on TV and wished to drink after she's finished, sir. At the time of the murder, right at the turn, that's the place of the town, of course. Are you sure it was Miss May herself? Absolutely, sir. Sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely. Sir, it's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with a embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for a kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. But a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. Whom I shall never forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think that Miss May was up to something and I wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, we'll end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Wait. Please wait. Yes? Does the defendant have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, alright. Very well, sir. My first thought was she was a beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me. What exactly was the disappointment? Well, I'm not without charm, but sir, even I had a little chance with her lover there. Even had a little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Or rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness won't answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite indeed. It was good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who he asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into the twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought the move service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, you have just learned the other person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this true fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person? Simple, it was the man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who had the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. And now, am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That's all today for the trial of May F.A. The court is adjourned. Hey, 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 Mr. Wright. You were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. And again, the other fan was pretty cool too. Huh? The face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. If you said so. So what happens with me? You get to go home now? Well... no, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, let's see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her trials won't work anywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I want to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry, I'll find you by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of the testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that has been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Mine doesn't belong to the center, and it's up to me to set her free. Yeah. Alright, thank you ladies and gentlemen so much for coming through this stream. I'll catch you on the flip.